Happiness is a pursuit that often feels elusive, dancing just beyond our reach as we strive to meet expectations, achieve goals, and fit into standards set by society, family, or even ourselves. Yet one of the most profound secrets of happiness is simpler than most imagine. Stop comparing yourself to others. It's a lesson that can reshape how we see our lives. Let's explore how this single shift in perspective can truly be life-changing. Imagine a young woman named Maya. For much of her life, Maya measured her worth by the achievements of those around her. Every time a friend received a promotion, bought a new home, or shared vacation photos on social media, Maya felt a pang of inadequacy. She'd scroll through her phone, comparing her own journey to theirs, convinced she was falling behind. The more she compared, the more anxious and unhappy she became. One day, after a particularly challenging week at work, Maya met her grandmother for tea. Her grandmother, wise and gentle, listened quietly as Maya shared her worries, her fears, and her sense of not being enough. After a moment, the grandmother smiled and told Maya a story from her own youth. She spoke of a time when she was newly married, living in a small house with little money and many dreams. She recalled how she would watch neighbors who seemed to have everything: bigger homes, beautiful gardens, laughter-filled gatherings. For years, she compared her life to theirs, feeling as if happiness was something reserved for others. Then, one afternoon, while tending her modest garden, she noticed a small wildflower growing between the stones. It was not grand or showy, but it was vibrant and alive. She realized in that moment that the wildflower did not compete with the rosebush or the towering sunflowers. It simply grew, embracing the space it was given. It flourished not by comparison, but by being itself. Her grandmother paused, looking Maya in the eye. "Happiness," she said softly, "is not found in living someone else's life. It's found in nurturing your own." That story stayed with Maya. She began to shift her focus from what others had to what she wanted for herself. She started small, celebrating her own milestones, practicing gratitude for what she had, and recognizing her strengths. The comparisons didn't vanish overnight, but as Maya grew more intentional, she found herself less weighed down by envy and more uplifted by self-acceptance. The truth is, comparison is a thief of joy. When we measure ourselves against others, we ignore the uniqueness of our own journey. We forget that every life unfolds at its own pace, shaped by different challenges and gifts. Social media and modern culture often amplify this tendency, presenting a highlight reel that rarely reflects reality. But happiness is not about having more than others. It's about embracing who you are, where you are, and finding fulfillment in the present moment. To stop comparing yourself is to step off the treadmill of competition and into the freedom of authenticity. It means recognizing that your path is valid, your efforts are meaningful, and your story is worth living. It doesn't mean you stop striving for growth, but rather that you measure progress against your own goals, not someone else's. So if you seek lasting happiness, remember Maya's story. Pause and notice the wildflowers in your own life, the small joys, the quiet victories, the strengths unique to you. Let go of the need to compare and nurture your own garden. In that space, you'll discover a happiness that is not borrowed or conditional, but deeply rooted in self-acceptance and gratitude. And that truly is life-changing.